Thank you for coming. It's really great to have you here. You are in the middle of a farewell tour right now, a worldwide farewell tour. Is it really a farewell tour?
It is, because I don't want to travel anymore. I've been traveling since I was 17.
Okay.
10 years ago, if you'd have asked me that question, I would have said you're crazy. But I have 2 kids now, and I have a family, and I want to spend time with the family. And it's only right. They need me, I need them. And I've had enough applause, I've had enough traveling. I will make records, I will do the occasional shows. I think, I'm not sure, but I probably will. I'm not going to stop being creative. But it's for family reasons I'm doing it. I love those boys, and I love my husband, and I want to spend time with them.
Well, that's nice. That's very nice. You know, though, like, I think Cher's first farewell tour was, like, in 2002 or something, and she's still going.
BC.
And then... You've been doing this for quite some time, obviously. When you started out, you played some rough places. You played...
I played clubs with my band, Bluesology. We played to maybe 30, 40 people, sometimes 200, 300. But we played the club circuit in England and Scotland and Wales. And it's called paying your dues, you know.
Yeah.
We didn't get paid very much, but we loved what we did.
People would fight and...
Oh, people would fight. You know, when I played in the pub when I was 16, people would fight. That's why my piano was next to the window, so I could hop out the window as in Rocket Man. Like, I'm getting out of here. Yes, there were fights, but it was just, you know, we were playing music that we loved, which was R&B and soul and blues music. And, you know, when I look back on those days, I didn't earn any money, but I didn't have to, because I loved what I was doing. I was so pleased to be doing music for a living instead of, you know, doing something else.
You love music, and you loved cocaine very much.
Yes.
There's...
Is that a line on there now?
It's nothing to worry about. So there are stories in the book about you that other people had to tell you, and then you wrote them? Are there stories that you don't remember at all?
I can pretty much remember all the horror stories, yes. Yeah.
You remember everything?
I did, yeah. I mean, you know, they're not anything to be very proud of, but there's some of them are funny when you read them.
Right, yeah, when you read them back.
It's like, for example, I was in a hotel at 11 o'clock in the morning in London, and I hadn't gone to bed, and I rang the office up in London to say, it was so windy, can someone come and stop it? And that's what you call insanity. That is true insanity.
I'd heard that story about you, and I assumed it was not true.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm on the phone, and they're going, he's finally lost it. He's finally lost it.
Yeah, wow. And this must have been, I would imagine that it's freeing in a way to write all these stories down and to just tell everyone all of this stuff.
Well, I wanted to write the book because there's been so many biographies written about me, and I wanted to tell my side of the story, and so my kids could read it when they're older. They're certainly not reading it now. Daddy, what's a
That could be the
people
sequel.
That blow up balloons, you know. Yeah.
On your next farewell tour, you're like, you know what? I'm going back on the road, kids.
They might want to kick me out, yeah.
Yeah, so one of the great stories, for a couple of reasons in the book, is you let Stevie Wonder drive your snowmobile. Now, I would have to say, just the part of you owning a snowmobile would be enough for me.
I didn't own it. I was at the Caribou Ranch in Netherlands, and I was recording. It was thick snow, and Stevie wanted to go out in a snowmobile.
And Stevie went behind the wheel.
Yeah.
By himself.
By himself. And we thought, OK, that's another rival gone. That's him out the way. Just needed to get Phil Collins and Rod Stewart up there.
Bob Dylan. Is Bob Dylan somebody you would consider to be a rival?
No, he's way above me.
You played charades with Bob Dylan.
I did, yeah. When I first came to America, I went to Neil Diamond's house because Neil was so kind to introduce me at the Troubadour Club in 1970. And he and his wife, Marsha, at the time, invited us to dinner, and Bob Dylan was there. You can imagine how I felt. And so afterwards, they said, let's play charades. And I said, great, love charades. Sounds like 2 syllables, you know. The greatest poet in the world. Could he do sounds like 2 syllables? No.
No.
And And he was on my team. And I am a competitive
Even a situation like that, where there's a guy you admire greatly, you become annoyed at him for not
I threw
playing.
oranges at him. And the next day, my friend who was there, Tony, said, just to remind you, last night, you did throw oranges at Bob Dylan. I went, did I? And bless his heart, he was, you know, I love him to death. But they were small. They were satsumas.
There's one you make a lot of fun of yourself and you reveal a lot of things. There's a story about you being, I think you were in Atlanta, and it was late at night or something. You were awakened by a noise.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of guys in your place.
I just, I took my hair off, and then I heard this noise, and I thought, I'm being burgled. So I was afraid, and I thought, I've got to go and see what it is. And I heard these guys, and the lights went on, and so I grabbed my hair, put it on, glasses, went into the corridor, and I said, it's a water leak. And so, I'm standing there with my underpants, and then I went back to my room, looked in the mirror, and I had it on backwards. And they must have thought, what the hell is that?
Jumped on the snowmobile with Stevie Wonder and rode away.
Yeah.
Elton John is with us. This is his book. It's called Me. We'll be right back. Boy, there's some really, really good gossipy stuff in here.
There's a lot of fun stuff. And I wanted it to be amusing because I've had an incredibly amusing life and funny things have happened to me. There's a lot of dark stuff in there. There's a lot of true stuff with my family. It's just my life as it happened. I'm ashamed of some of it. I'm proud of some of it. But even though the bad times happened and it took me a long time to get through it, it made me the person I am now, thank God. But it's, I'm proud of it. What can I tell you?
You mentioned to me once on one of your previous visits here that you are very aware of the charts. You will check your singles. Did you know that your book is #1 on Amazon, that you have the #1 book? Did you check that?
I did not know that, and thank you very much.
It is, yeah.
I'll go out and have a tomato juice to celebrate.
Last time you were here, you also said you didn't have a cell phone. Is that still the case?
It is.
It is?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why, no one ever hacked my phone, because I don't have one.
But I assume you have someone who has a cell phone near you at all times.
I do, because of the children, obviously.
I see.
And I have an iPad to, when I'm not with the kids, to, FaceTime them, and I'm a bit of a ludder. I'm a technophobe in a way because I like to buy CDs and books and DVDs, and I like the tactile feel of something, so I never downloaded anything.
Speaking of tactile feel, there's something very unusual is that you love.
I say.
Listen, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen with you.
It would have happened by now.
But you mentioned that you love paper shredding.
Yes, I do.
Shredding paper.
Yeah.
Feeding it through the thing.
There's something fabulous about it. It's like, don't send me this crap, and here it goes. I just love it. It's very cathartic for me, yeah.
You will take just whatever's around the house and shred
Wrapping paper, everything, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wrapping paper?
Yeah, anything goes. At Christmas time, the shredder gets red hot and explodes.
Wow. The birds
it's just
in
one
your
of my
neighborhood.
Foibles. I have many foibles, yes.
That's an interesting
one, yeah.
You ever accidentally shred anything you shouldn't?
Oh, my God. Our civil partnership with David in 2005, we finally decided to do it at the house in a big marquee, and we only had 3 weeks to do it. And so David, there were 500, 600 people there. David did all the table things.
That's the worst job, by the way.
Yeah, and so he spent 2 days doing it. And unfortunately, his desk at the office was next to the shredder, so I came down and went, oh, look, fabulous. And he came down and said, where's the list? I said, what list? He said, all the table planning. And I went, I just ran out the room. I went, oh, my God. That was not a pleasant memory.
Imagine if that derailed the wedding. we were going to get married, but I shredded the guest list.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Can we put the picture of the shoe up? Because I want to get the official word on this. In your opinion, Elton John, what color is this shoe?
It's easy. I'm gay. Pink.
It's pink. Oh. Now it does look pink. This is the book. It's called Me. Elton John, you can learn everything about him right here in this book. Elton John, thank you so much for being here. It's a great pleasure. Taika Waititi. Congratulations on making it to the end of a YouTube video. Why not celebrate by clicking the subscribe button? You earned it.